Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the first Scrap 5 video and challenge of 2021. So once a month on the second Saturday of every month, I join a lot of my lovely scrappy friends, and we do, it's basically a grab 5 challenge. Every month, one of us chooses the 5 items we must use on our project. And when we went way back and we started this, we were each allowed to put in an item that was not to be chosen. I don't know if we still even remember that. Mine at the time, I think, was rub-ons, but I think we might have actually chosen them once. Anyway, rambling away in 2021. So for this first one in January, my lovely friend Ronnie Sue Scrapper here on YouTube chose our 5 items, and they were to be craft paper, vellum, at least 1 fussy cut item, 2 different fonts for the title, and a doily. So I am bringing you back with a page for my December album, my December memories. As you know, I'm doing a dedicated album this year, and this will go right about in the middle of the album. It was the government's announcement on the 15th of December that, unfortunately, since our numbers were just continuously skyrocketing, and we were unfortunately setting new COVID records every single day, that the measures they had announced a couple of weeks before that would allow some very, very limited Christmas gatherings over 4 days from the 24th of December to the 27th. Originally, we were to be able to choose 2 of those days and have very small bubble gatherings of 6 to 10 people. Unfortunately, on the 15th of December, that was canceled, and there were to be no gatherings whatsoever over the Christmas period, other than, of course, your own family, people that you lived with. And if you lived alone, you were allowed to go and join 1 family bubble. In my case, of course, like I'm a primary caregiver. My mother does live alone, so I would have been able to visit her. As it turns out, she was in the hospital. She's home now and everything is good. So that didn't happen either. So throughout, and you've seen them when I did some shares in my COVID albums, and you've seen this elsewhere, this is sort of the summary after we have the press conference. And the way the press conferences work here in Quebec is if it's a sort of more general everyday press conference as to what's going on, the premier addresses us at 1. And then when it's going to be either bad news or more confinements or that kind of thing, it's at 5 p.m. And then right after that, they publish this sort of summary. And this is what that photo is. And my title here, which in French is Legault l'a dit, which is Legault said it, is something that we've been using in a bit of a comical way throughout. I think it started somewhere in the summer or in the fall, when sometimes some of the rules and regulations got a little bit confusing as the government was trying to make it a little bit easier, and yet still, you know, control. So it got a little bit confused. So we used to say, did Legault say it? Legault l'a dit. So we would go on and we would say, well, Legault said it. And so that is the title that I used here with my, therefore, 2 alphas. I used the Tracy Reed Home for the Holidays collection. It was absolutely fitting, of course, for the subject at hand. And I used this lovely paper that had houses on the background, for sure. And I also used, of course, the Nicole Jones 911 printables, which are going to be my fussy cut items. I fussy cut the label. I fussy cut this tab. This, of course, I used my punch, but I also fussy cut the camera. The doily here, that we have the craft. Now, I think I'm cheating a little bit with this. This is really a journaling card, and it's more of a wood grain, but the color is sort of craft. So, Ronnie, are you going to allow me to use this? I just tucked this behind. And then I'm cheating a little bit too on the vellum, because these are actually clear stickers in 4 places that I put there, but I'm sort of counting them as vellum. I don't seem to be able to get 1 month right exactly as requested, do I? So there you go. So I just did a little bit of a central design, and as you've seen me do lately, this fun little clusters, I like either using the labels or the tabs or the labels with a viewfinder, and doing a little bit of layering with the camera up on foam. I put just a little gold heart here because it was on my desk, not because anything in here merited a heart, for sure. These letters are from the Marigold sticker book. These are some of my lovely old October afternoon mini markets that I absolutely love. And the clear stickers are also from the Maggie Holmes Marigold. And then I went in with a few of my lovely Nouveau drops here in Postbox Red, the vintage drops in Postbox Red, and then just the basic crystal drops in black. Little journaling today's news. Everything else is written here, doesn't need anything else. And my little doily, which is, I went into my stash, and this is an older Stampin' Up, the little collection that they did at some point of these little tiny doilies, and I think it was 4 or 5 different colors. So there you go. There is my Scrap 5 for January. Please make sure you pop on down below and see all the lovely projects that my lovely friends did for you today. And we will be back on the 2nd Saturday of February with another one. And if you would like to play along with us, please, please do. We would love, love, love to see your projects using these 5 items. Please either tag us, use the hashtag scrap5, F-I-V-E in letters, on Instagram, and or link us up to your video. And we will see you again soon. Thanks so much for being here. Bye for now.